Welcome to the Crafty Mini. Now, sitting here painting this orc for a friend of mine, just enjoying myself, and then I had a parcel arrive, so I've opened it up and I've decided to do a bit of an impromptu video. Now, fans of the channel know that I do a lot of painting of 3D prints, and I usually go out and look for something a bit strange, monsters, something that looks quite unique, and especially the larger scale, like the bust size or bigger. This one I've completely forgot I'd ordered, and there's some fantastic minis in this, so we're going to take a closer look. Because for 3D printing, some people are a little bit skeptical of it still, or a bit unsure what to buy and the print quality. So there's 3 stores I'll definitely recommend right now that I've used a lot on the channel in the past. So Yappy Crafts, Rum and Resin Printing, and these guys who I've just bought from this set. This is beautiful quality, and that's MYTHIC Models. Now the first 2 stores, Yappy Crafts and Rum and Resin Printing, I've used a ton on the channel. Most, if not all, of my 3D prints are from those 2 stores exclusively. MYTHIC Models had some really interesting prints, so I decided to give them a go, and honestly, looking at the quality of these prints, I will definitely be using them again. So all 3 of these stores I can 100% recommend. I've put my own hard-earned cash into this. There's no sponsor or anything like that. And I highly recommend them, especially if you're UK based. Now they might have their own independent stores online, but I usually go through Etsy just because I've got a big library of stuff that I look at and I've saved there. But yeah, highly recommend them. And if you want something a bit different, bigger scales as well, you can go for. So looking at the actual miniatures in this package, so this particular one's on camera now. This is it's called the Knight of Renown. Now there's another pose on this where he's slamming the axe into the ground, which I'm going to order at normal 28mm scale for an actual D&D character. But I love the pose on this that much, and then when there was options to do various sizes, so I've put this up as big as I can. This miniature is absolutely massive, and you'll see now with the axe it's a ridiculous scale, but it's bags of character. It's a cheeky little sort of, I don't know, the pose. These are the sort of things that I look for when I'm going through the pages and pages of 3D print miniatures, and it's just something that speaks to me that looks like it's going to be fun to paint, and this one is definitely no exception. Absolutely brilliant. So it comes into several pieces. With resin, it's really easy. You just score the join points a little bit with a blade, and then I use normal thick super glue. Or CA glue if you're in the States, and it glues together fine. Just leave it for a couple of hours, don't move it, let the glue set, and it's ready to rock. I'll go through more in detail in a bit with the cleanup and other things that you have to do with 3D print models, but in the meantime, let's carry on with the unboxing. So this one, again, I completely forgot I'd ordered. It's a really nice torso, has bags of detail in this, and it's a bigger scale than I normally paint at. And that's because I want to try different things, and because when I painted my first ever bust, that's what did it for me. I realised you've got to blend more. You can't really hide from your mistakes as much as you can with like a smaller miniature, and you can get a lot more character and detail in them as well, and they tend to be of higher quality and less sort of just fiddly bits on there and things. So he's like a vampire lord, that's his head there, and these all come with stands as well as standard. But yeah, really happy, really impressed with MYTHIC Models and this. The quality is amazing, and when we take the closer looks, you'll see the detail on it. It's incredible. Same with Rum and Resin and Yappy Crafts as well. I've never had an issue with any of their prints. So yeah, there's various bases and things that come with these. You can see the Knight has his own sort of like a circular base, whereas other prints will have these standees that just basically slot into the bottom and you glue them in. Right, so on to the next one. Now this I bought just because I absolutely fell in love with the sculpt on this. I remember this one now. It's a beautiful so the full model, because each of these busts as well, you can get in a full scale model with all like the arms and stuff if you want them at 28mm scale, and then this company do bust versions as well. But this was an elven archer that just absolutely fell in love with. It's got a lovely bit of motion with the hair. It's just a lovely model, and it's going to be a joy to paint. And then she obviously comes with her own base as well. The base on this is a bit different, which I like. You'll see in a moment it elongates out the back, so she's not basically where her hair flows out from the back of the bust itself. It'll be covered by the base, which is good for like the weight distribution, because some resin prints can be really heavy. And you can see here, this is the base that it just slots in. And I was still trying to figure out which is which, but this one where it's got like an elongated bottom, that's for the Elven Warrior. Now the last few parcels, I've got to say as well, these are all individually wrapped and everything. Absolutely brilliant. I even got a nice little card with a thank you code for future purchases, which is nice. So definitely go and check them out. So this was the one I ordered. I remember ordering this just because it's gnarly, and you know, you guys who follow the channel, you know what I'm like with monsters. This is disgusting. So it's like a zombie giant type thing, and his skull's protruding out of his face. He's got all these scars and cuts on his skin and stuff. Really gross, and I want to do a lot of do some different sort of techniques with this when I come to paint it, just to show off that gnarly, nasty sort of side of it. But what we're going to do now is going to have a close look at each of the miniatures, show you what a rough cleanup would be and involve, and we'll go from there. Right, so as I say, all I've done with all the join points here, I've just scorched them with the blade just to create a bit more surface area, put a bit of thick glue on and stuck them together, and then I've left them a little bit. So with all 3D prints, when they're done, they've got these little support stands that come out of the printer, and sometimes you'll find little nibs around the miniature, which we'll have a look at here. There's a couple in the hair and under some of the armour. Nothing major, not a lot of cleanup to do on this miniature. On top here you can see a few of the little nibs that would have been from the print. That'll just a quick sanding, that'll be fine. Now obviously your mileage might vary. Other companies, I've had stuff in the past where it's been on the stands and I have to physically remove them myself, which is a bit of a pain, but warm water and then you just bend them and break them off. But yeah, so just bear that in mind when you buy a 3D print. You might have to do a little bit of cleaning up. It's nothing, you know, it's a little bit time consuming, but it's nothing major really. So on this one you can see here, so his teeth, because it's such a fine print, there's a couple of little of the attachment points there that just need shaving out, which I'll do. It'll take me a couple of minutes with the scalpel. Some little bits on the skin again where the print's basically rested on its supports, but again nothing major on this. The bottom of the base needs a bit of a sand just so it sits more level. Again, really easy solve. But the print quality is absolutely phenomenal. There's bags of character in this, and the fact that I've enlarged them to this size and they're still holding the detail is amazing. So again, I'll definitely be ordering from this company again. There's a nice bit of texture on the fabric on his cape as well, which would be interesting to paint. Right, onto the sort of zombie golem giant thing. So you'll see here again a couple of little bits, and like literally I just clicked that out. Tiny little bits there that are supporting, but nothing major. And there is tons of character and detail on this that you can see. All the bits of scarring, there's like ribs popping out. His skull is protruding out the front of the flesh on the face itself. This is absolutely gnarly, and it's going to be fun to paint. And again, this one I blew it up for the bust size to a little bit bigger than the normal. I think the standard's 50mm. This is at 75mm, just because I want to, you know, go into more detail with the paint job when I come to do it. And yeah, this is covered with like these deep sort of marks and gouges and things. Looks like it's been in the walls a little bit, which would be really nice. The side of the neck there's got some nice detail. I'm looking forward to painting. But yeah, really good miniature. The base on this one needs a little bit more work on the underside. It's sitting a little bit wobbly, but again, I'll just shave that down with the file and it'll be ready to go. So onto the Elven Warrior. So you can see here how the base works. So it's elongated at the back, like I mentioned, so the hair can flow out, so she's standing more stable, which I like. Again, little tiny little bits, little nibs to just quickly clip off. So all you do is just brush your knife, and if you need to, just sand it gently. Now, when you're sanding resin, make sure you're in a ventilated area or wear a mask, because the particles are not good for you to breathe in. But yeah, again, bags of detail, as to be expected. I'm really happy with these prints and MYTHIC models, so thank you guys if you are watching. Price wise, what I'd expect, they're roughly around £20 to £25 a bust. which is fine. That's well within the norms. But yeah, very happy overall. It's going to be fun to paint. So in the comments, let me know which one you'd like to see me paint first. I might do a poll with some pictures for people to vote on, because I will happily paint any of these. I'm looking forward to all of them. But as we go into the close-ups now of the busts, and you'll see all like the footage and the stills and the size of them, because I've got them next to that little barbarian we made for the newcomers to the hobby videos, and you'll see how big they actually are. But these are absolutely fantastic. The quality is brilliant. As I say, I will buy from this company again. I do not mind at all. That I've put my own cash into this. As I say, not sponsored or anything, and I would happily pay again for these. These are brilliant quality, really robust, really chunky. Got a bit of flex in the resin, which I like, so I don't think they're going to break unless you obviously drop them from a great height and whatever. But yeah, very happy with these. So yeah, let me know in the comments which one you want to see me paint first, and we'll go from there. We'll do a full tutorial. I'm looking forward to painting something even bigger scale now and seeing how it pans out. But yeah, don't be afraid of buying 3D prints. Check them out. There's, as I say, these 3 companies I strongly recommend. But give it a go, because there's alternates to the usual fantasy and sci-fi stuff that we see out there in the shops that have, these all have different styles and can be used in games, or if you want, like these are going to be for display pieces. But thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of the close-up shots and things, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.